Okay, we're back and we wired up and applied power to all of our devices. What we have here is the SLIC 504 with DH plus connecting from the processor over to the DL3500, and we have power on the DL3500 and the RS232 Bluetooth adapter with power on it plugged into the DL3500. But before this will work, we do have to configure our DL3500 so that we can tell it where do we want the data to show up in our SLIC processor. In order to do that, you simply need a null modem cable or the USB cable, which both do come with the DL3500. And also the software for the configuration comes with the unit. And I'm going to turn this over to Alan, and he's going to walk you through the process of how to configure the DL3500.
Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and hook or actually unhook this Bluetooth and hook my null modem cable up to the DL3500 and then to my computer COM1 port. The next thing I'm going to do is go to and open up the DL32 software that comes with the scanner or the DL3500. Then I'm going to select the model. DL3500 is what we have. The revision is greater than 35,000, unless you get a really old one, which chances are you probably won't. Most of them now are above 35,000. We want ASCII scanner to Data Highway Plus. Select that. Then we select our COM port, COM1. Then we're going to configure our file that we're going to download to the DL3500. We're giving it a address of 1. Our PLC or SLIC address is 2. Our baud rate for our scanner is 38.4. Our baud rate for our data highway is 57.6. Let's see, and then we want to make sure our ASCII parameters are right. N81 ignore, and RS232C, that's correct. So we say accept. Then we want to set up our PLC or SLIC address that we're going to send the data to. We're going to use a string file, and we're using a SLIC, so we make sure that's checked. We're going to use file number 10 as an ST10. 0 is our starting word. Accept parameters, and then we should be good to download to DL. Now we get this message that says basically make sure channel A and channel C have LEDs, red LEDs, and we do that by hitting the configure button or going into configure mode, and then we get our 2 red lights, and then we click.
Hold that up, show what it looks like. Just to, once it's in configure mode, you can actually see your 2 red lights there, and that just validates you're in configure mode.
Yep. Once we're in configure mode, and we select OK, initialize transfer, and then it tells us to hit our reset button, and that should be it. Okay, now I'm going to exit out of this, and then the next thing that we were going to do is unhook this, because we're going to use it on our SLIC.
Plug this into the front of the SLIC so we can get online to view the data table.
Then we're going to hook up our Bluetooth wireless adapter, and now to pair this with the Bluetooth device, it comes with a barcode, a Bluetooth association barcode. It's included in the box, and so you can see all you have to do is scan it, and
okay, like the acknowledgement's a solid blue light. That means it successfully pairs. Looks like we may have to reset the adapter since we did have it plugged in previously, and you probably want to power it up after you plug it in the DL3500. We powered it up and plugged it and unplugged it, and may have caused the problem, but now we're a solid blue light, which means we are successfully paired with our adapter.
Now we go online and look at our ST10 file. just got a 0 in it. And now we're going to scan our first test barcode, which is just on the box here. And let's see. And there it is.
And there was our demonstration showing the Intermec SR61 with the USB RS-230, or no, sorry, the Bluetooth RS-232 adapter plugged into the DL3500, and it transferred the data directly to the string file in the SLIC with no programming required, just the configuration. Now some of you may say, well, you could do that plugging directly in front of the SLIC and change it to a user mode port, which yes, you can, but the big advantage to the DL3500 is we demonstrated it takes no programming in the SLIC. That data populates right into your string file. And that concludes our review of this hardware. And we want to thank you for viewing the automation reviews, and we hope to see you again. And we would like you to leave us some comments, suggestions, any hardware you would like to see reviewed, and we hope to see you in future episodes.